All right, kind of perfect timing with that song ending. Everyone, welcome. Keith, Fern, Nothing, Wifty, Fern again. Always happy to see you guys. Good evening, hello world. Welcome, guys. Welcome. 4 minutes late. I'm actually an hour and 13 minutes late from my planned stream time. So, how's everyone doing? I plan to stream at 11, but I wanted to do something with a new map. And I needed an hour of not streaming so I don't embarrass myself. But as I've slept on it and I was thinking about the design and the layout of my world, because it's kind of getting to me, kind of this revelation came, and I decided I wanted to work on it. How's world building? World building is going great, but we're essentially hitting the nuke button and going ground zero right now. I'm working on a Polynesian culture in my world. It's an amazing culture to dive into. If you guys are ever, it's always a good idea with you. If you guys are ever needing of inspiration, just look into other cultures in real life, and every culture has something beautiful to look at. Mix it all together and you make an amazing world. Coolest part about real life. Alright, so just gotta get a couple things figured out. Whoops, a little bit of spoiler. So, the big news is that tomorrow will be Homebrew creation and review again. So, for those of you that are waiting on it, just give it a second. Tomorrow we will jump back on it and I'll start checking out what you guys have. That being said, if you're holding on to anything, go ahead and send it, in the course of the next 24 hours, and then we can kind of check it out. So that'll kind of be exciting to do. All right. So, let me just close this off for a second. We are going to just be in a void for a second. I do apologize. This void's actually pretty nice over here. No distractions, we're relaxing. Just us and our thoughts. Can we get a map review channel? That is an excellent idea. Yeah, we'll set one up. That's actually... Checking out maps is actually the most easy thing to check out. So that'll be really, really nice. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yay nothing indeed. I've been wanting to focus on non-Eurocentric cultures. I kind of overused them in my past world, so this world has none of it. The thing is fantasy writing in general was kind of based off of that, right? Like, it's romanticizing medieval times, and obviously the lens we look at in history for medieval times is what was going on in England and Europe and all that fun feudalism stuff. So yeah, absolutely. Okay. And let's turn the lights back on. Here we go. Okay, so this is the map we were working on. And wasn't that I was not satisfied with this, but I felt like we can do more. We can add some more oomph to it, some more spectacle. I kind of slightly burped there. Yeah, that's why I've been wanting to try out a more ancient world. Yeah, a lot of ancient cultures have amazing stories to them. You can dive down and see a lot of take a lot of inspiration from different stuff. For example, I really love how Arabic looks as a scripture. So I've actually kind of essentially would use that as the aesthetic for arcane writing. I thought it just looked beautiful. So dive into ancient languages, find out what you like. Everyone goes with the classic Latin for paladins and clerics, because there's a lot of religious influence, but very fun to dive into stuff. Last time I had a jungle, I kind of dived into Aztec culture and did a research there, and used that as inspiration. Your players will love it. Very focused on ancient societies. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Last time we did this world, and I'm not going to abandon this world, but we are going to put a giant pause to it. The main reason why is because, actually, you guys are gonna have to give me a second. I need to mess with my headset settings. There we go. I'll do it off screen now. Okay, we should be good. Yeah, we're good. So the main thing is that we're gonna put a giant pause on this. I decided I wanted to make another world that is a little more appealing to look at. I'm totally not traumatized from when nothing just straight up made me think of Santa Claus, and I can't unsee it in some way or form. No, but actually I wanted to do something new. So this world is going to be abandoned for now. We will come back to it after we finish this other one, and then we will kind of make this out. That being said, I spent the last hour trying to make a continent that looks like a dragon. And I wanted this new world to actually be built on the body of a massive dragon. So, to not embarrass myself with all my mistakes for the last hour, I was kind of doing it kind of off camera, but this is the best I've gone so far. It's not perfect, but I absolutely love it. We're going to increase it. We're going to add more islands to kind of the different areas, but this is what we're going to work with now. That being said, at first, I colored a simple texture of kind of like green for the landmass, but it did look a little strange to do that. So, a world built on the corpse of a dragon is already kind of dark as it is. That being said, it's going to be a bit of a darker fantasy world. But we're here to do it. So, I think we're going to have areas of it being green. Obviously, kind of probably around the center. I think to illustrate more things, illustrate more bone-like structures on the edges, we're going to have it be black. I do know I want to color the horns differently to make the horns look like it's a little more great, or a little more apparent. So I was thinking the horns we get something like red, theoretically, something like that. Kind of possibly draw red around all of the edges here. Would actually kind of look cool as like residue of the scales. Claws actually should be white. Kind of this ivory claw. That's a claw. I plan for these to be claws and these to be claws. Alright. One thing I'm noticing, why is the dragon standing up? It is supposed to be laid flat. Because it's a parchment world, I can never pronounce that word right. If it was isometric, I would have tried to design it as we're kind of looking at it from like an elevated hill. But because we're making a parchment world, we're looking at it from bird's eye, so directly above, as if we're like on space. So the dragon is laying flat, kind of on its side. So we are looking at the world from above, because when we come in to essentially make to put our buildings and stuff, so as you see, when we put our kingdoms, it's all labeled from above. Wouldn't it be from the perspective of the dragon laying down? How do you mean by that? This is how I pictured it. We're flying above. For illustration purposes, this is kind of what it would look like. Now, obviously, in a 3D rendering, right? You have situations where like the body is higher up than where the wings are and where the limbs may be. Oh wait, it's lying on its side? Yes, it is. It's lying on its right side, pretty much. So the dragon is dead and kind of sunk down to the earth. It's a massive dragon, and so people, like, new life pretty much blossomed from its corpse. I'd be thinking more like dying on its belly, lying on the ground. That would be my preference too. It would just be like impossible to illustrate that. Maybe not impossible, but well beyond my skills. I am not a fantastic artist. Even with this one, I grabbed the model to kind of like trace over. I could not possibly draw a dragon shape in this detail within the span of an hour. So I had to use some guide to do it. I know where my limits are, and that comes in drawing. I am a terrible drawer. But I focus more on the actual creation and the world building. That's my forte. So yeah, it is on its side. That's the best way to illustrate it, kind of on a map design basis. Maybe I'll give it a go at some point. If you pull it off, I will be very, very impressed. If you attempt it, I will still be very impressed. It definitely seems like a very difficult thing to do. Okay, so I don't know if I necessarily want to put the green just yet. One thing for sure is... Oops, I accidentally ruined the tracing. One thing for sure is I don't want it to be this bright of a green. It's a little too bright. So let's trace over that. It'd be interesting to have the horns and stuff as mountains. That's exactly kind of what I was thinking. We kind of talked about in our first world that we were doing, where we had those like swords that people were mining up for materials. I think it'd be cool if they're mining up the scales and the horns too. That's why I plan for this horn to be a little more thinned out than this one. This one's essentially being mined up, and they're using it to make dragon weapons. That could be a very fun thing. So like as far as mountains go, we could do is try to add stuff like this, is kind of what I was thinking. Is where I drew these, I can essentially kind of just put this, right? Oh, those are the same asset right there. Give me that one. Right? Yeah, see? That'll look very, very nice. The only part that sucks is right here. It's gonna look a little weird. Any ideas on the magic system, or is it normal D&D? Normal D&D for the most part. A little harder. So like, this kind of just goes within dark fantasy in general. Anytime you're making a world be a little darker, magic should be more rare. Because if it's a dark world, there's not as many opportunities for people to become established wizards. That, or there's some kind of underlying corrupted deal or system that has to take place for people to become wizards. It's the same as D&D. I'm not going to change the magic system, but change the accessibility to magic, if that makes sense. One thing you could do is, do stuff with draconic magic. That could be kind of cool. Add mountains and cliffs along the bone lines and edges of the limbs as bones wouldn't rot away. Yes, fantastic. I also planned to essentially put more ripples in here to kind of show like damage to the wing itself as well. So to kind of like as if the wing was attacked and it kind of caused it to fall down, stuff like that. I kind of have this huge scar going down here, a couple scars. And so, yeah. I also need to put, like, eye sockets, but it's a little tough to make it without it looking a little ridiculous. So I might just have the eyes be relatively blank. Unless maybe I can draw a good... Let me see if I can pull this off in front of a live audience and not embarrass myself. It's just hard to kind of draw both eyes, because it looks... Yeah, this looks ridiculous. I'm not going to get the eyes right. It's best if we leave it alone. It looks way more menacing. Actually, what I maybe... It's not an isometric map. If it's an isometric, I could put like a crystal here to be the eyes. If magic is a bit more rare, maybe make a rare or something that has magic absorbing properties that people make weapons with. It wouldn't be practical unless magic is actually abundant. Because if magic's more rare, they wouldn't want to use it, unless that's why magic is rare. I had my first ever campaign was like essentially a massive mage hunt, and the people against them would use a material that essentially absorbed magic. And the reason why magic is rare in that world is because there's so many people hunting them down with these weapons that make it very abundant. So if we want to go with that twist, absolutely, we can do that. We can have it that there is some material harvested from the dragon that pretty much expels magic, and that is used to kind of hunt down wizards and mages in general. I have a concept in my world of a rare weapon called the Devourer. If the weapon... It's a weapon that per name devours magic from people it cuts effectively, permanently siphoning mana. It could be a really cool twist if done right to have a player lose their magic that way and they have to go on a quest to regain it. There would only be one eye socket visible from that angle, which is why it looks goofy. You are correct, yes. Actually, that is a fantastic point. Why is it not undo? There we go. I want it to be kind of like a sharper, almost maybe like an almond shape. We'll see. I think maybe one of the issues is that it does the ripple effect. So let's see if that theoretically... Okay, so the ripple effect's gone. Everywhere, actually, but maybe that is for the best. Let's see, do you guys like the ripple effect, where they have these like little lines on the side of it, or do we completely cut it away? Because it's all or nothing. Unless I theoretically could maybe reduce it. I could put it at 1. 1 probably just looks a little weird. Maybe reduce the gap. Ripple effect is kind of when you have icons over it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. I think we do without it, which would also allow me to make the eye a little bit easier. Angle it towards the horn a bit more, as if it were on the line between the horn and the snout. So like, kind of like right here. Let's do it like... Is that cool? That could work, right? Kinda, no. I mean, I assume the eye could be like right here. Oh, like the angle of the eye. Got it. Okay, I see what you mean. You're saying that it should be like right here for the eye. I need to make it like thinner and not so... I see what you mean. Oh, whoops. A lot of undoing here. So... I get what you're saying. It's a little still not to my liking. Although it's a little too wide. Let me picture it. That can look kind of good. I have not made something for the snout, but I mean, dragon noses would actually be kind of right around here. I was thinking at first to actually add, like, essentially a mouth to it, but I was like, that's going to be a little too tough. Actually, wait, maybe if I do the jagged version. Let's see if this looks nice. Do you guys prefer this kind of skeleton mouth or without it? I can essentially attach it here, maybe too. No, actually, just... Let me know if you guys like the jawline. No jaw? Alright, let's do no jaw. It does look a little weird. I mean, the shapes will look better once we add stuff into it, where we're less focused on the details of the shape and kind of it's more big picture. So let's go ahead and start doing that, and then we can add stuff as we add on. First thing we want to decide is kind of the texture of the grasslands, because we're not completely devoid of grass. It's just not going to be super duper bright. So... I mean, there will be some nice areas, but like it's not going to be the worst world ever. Do we like this coloration? For grass. Is it like hot plains or colder? I want different environmental systems for sure. Like I do want some areas that are genuinely beautiful in the world. Now, when we say dark fantasy and dark world, it doesn't mean you can't have nice areas. It's just like the way you story write it is those nice areas are for a very selected group of people, right? Hence the dystopian. Grass is kind of dependent on climate. It is. So... in the first one, we were talking about having snow. I still want to have snow, and I'm thinking about putting snow up on this wing here. So if we actually, real quick, let's add snow because we know for sure we want to do that. And where we want to put it. Let me just look for... And then there is like a snow thing we could add, I believe. Yeah. We could still add some mountains, obviously. Last time we had the idea of doing like these jagged edges for this other one, so I think we're gonna steal that. And it's not really stealing because, I mean, we thought of it, so we're fine. But I do like the idea of kind of these more jagged, rough terrain areas. A lot of mountains on the wing, maybe. Do you think it should be in the middle or kind of on the edge? Like it's the bone structure of the wing. That could be really nice. So there's... we could actually grab these very sharp, jagged ones. They make sense. Kind of just add them in specific areas. The blend for Parchment Worlds is a little weird. Let's grab this, flip it. Probably gotta just pull this back. along the like along the coast, and then 1 or 2 lines down the middle. Yeah, I could see that. We can kind of put something in these mountain ranges. We can kind of place them around here like this, right? And then grab the jagged edges and kind of put them around here. I will grab different mountain assets to complicate it a little bit with how it looks. So we can like make it more of a actual range than just one line. The nice thing about parchment maps is it doesn't have to be an exact detail of your world, right? Because it makes sense that someone drew this and, you know, they know how to draw the shape of mountains only once. They didn't exactly. Yeah, think about the bat wings. Let's check them out. I can try and reference a pick. The bones would go the other way. Okay, so like right here. So you guys are talking about right here, here. Clawed out. No, we're on a different map. Okay, I see what you mean. They would technically face inward. Yes, because you are correct in that fact, and I'm so glad I did not make this choice. And then you were a player in my campaign, because then I would have to come up with a reason on the spot of why the dragon's wings are inward or outward. The bones follow the wing, then have like a couple splits. Yeah. So I'm thinking like kind of everywhere we have a hook here, we can kind of put one of these. I did not mean it in that sense, Whitby, but you would have caught me on my mistake, and then I would have had to find a way to spin it so it's not a mistake, but a interesting reason. Okay, so do we kind of like what we have here? Should we add more bones on the wing side? This one blends a little weird, so I might grab this and put it like right here, and then put this like around here. Right there would look good. What do you guys think? Let me know. We can add some mountains that kind of make a border here for, again, transition between 2 different environments. I don't like this mountain asset. It's a little... There we go. The main mounts are going the wrong way if you follow the bones. I could flip them. I'll flip some of them. Enough to kind of draw home the point, but I do see what you mean. One thing I could probably do is... Yeah, there we go. Where the visual just of the wings are and where the bones would follow. I don't know how to explain it well. No, I see what you mean. You mean like the bone should be facing that way, kind of, right? Unless I completely read you wrong. I can honestly, like, I'll put enough of them and kind of, it's okay to have some as a mix. It won't be too big of a deal. You're making sense. He's just easily confuddled. Yes, I am. Look, guys, when I had to make my map, I didn't think I'd have to study bat anatomy. Look, it's just like a cool dragon, you know? It has bones differently. Dragons are bigger than bats. That's how they fly. Everybody knows this. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and sketch something. Until then, we can work on something else before we make more mistakes. Until then, so we know we want to have one snow area. I can propose this idea that we can have one wing be of snow, the other wing be of desert. Does that sound like a cool idea? Kind of like this. And then, actually, I kind of like it because this scar right here could be a chasm that we can have. So going back to the tracing board. I don't think this thing will let me really... Unless... Okay, color. We're going to make this really dark. Yeah. And then this is going to be a background. Long time no see, Kaiju. Welcome. No, you don't like the idea of one desert, one snow wing. We could get rid of it easily. This for sure, though, the scar could be a really cool chasm. That part, I'm 100% on. It doesn't matter too much what the terrain is, or the environment. I hope you're doing well, Kaiju. Oh wait, we can do something really cool with this. Yeah. Yeah, that looks nice. Hear me out, the desert wing is snowy mountains, while the large, smooth other wing is a tundra. Hold up, I got a, I think the sketch. Oh, okay, I see what you mean now. Yes, in that fact, I was completely reading you wrong. So, if we want to change it, we might as well just restart on the mountains. Okay. Yes. That would look better, too. I do agree. For those of you confused, this is the sketch we are going for. Thank you, Wifty, for making the accurate sketch of it. So our issue is we were going vertical on the wing. We need to go horizontal with the wing. And that'll be our move to do. Your art is already better than mine. I will tell you that right now. Look at you. You magnificent beast. I'm trying to... One second, I gotta put it back as a tab. I'm just gonna open it up again over here. 1 second, guys. Oh, I see my mistake. Alright. Alright, let's do it. Very high quality art. I'm actually an artist, but I'm on mobile, procrastinating my sleep. No, you've explained it very, very well. I was just a little bit of a smooth brain in that moment. Smooth brain moment, but it's okay. In my defense, it is 1 a.m., right? So cut me a little bit of slack. Okay, so in that case, we are going to essentially draw them out here. Yeah, this looks way better too. You are correct in that fact. Let's take away this mountain. We can make these ones a little bit bigger too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab its y-axis and make it higher. We're going to enlarge them. There we go. And we're gonna grab some and just kind of twist up where they are in drawings, just to give it a little more flavor. What you guys up to? We are just making some dragons, pretty much. You know, the game's called Dungeons and Dragons, so we gotta make it a dragon. We are making a new world, a new map, Kaiju, but we are putting it on the body of a massive dragon. For the top one, I'd make mountains that follow the line. Yes, I will agree and concur to your decision. So let's bring it up here. Fantastic idea. I might just get rid of this little squiggly thing over here, because I think it's just not really adding much to it. It's kind of more messing it up for no reason. So we'll do that, and I'll get rid of this. I kind of like the symmetry of these claws creating mountains from it too. There we go. We'll put this over here. Grab this. Y-axis higher and make it bigger. Let's see. I'd also do it at the points of the coast where it like juts out. Points of the coast. Oh, are you saying put some mountains like alongside the coast right here? Let me know if that's what you mean. It's like theoretically, do you mean like do this? Let me know if that's what you mean. Oh, you didn't get pinged for that? Is there something on Discord to check? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Wing idea V2. So we're kind of drawing it here. Are these lines supposed to be the mountains, I assume? So we kind of draw one here and then one there. So we're creating two mountain ranges, 3 sections. That is a good idea. Let's see how it would. So essentially creating like a V. So if I was to theoretically grab these and delete them. Idea 2 is, we can always undo it if we don't like it, but idea 2 is like essentially this. Which one do you guys like more? Idea 2 or idea 1? No, that's not what I was talking. You're talking about. Okay, got you. The wing has 3 parts: the main skeleton structure and the 2 juts. The juts are the 2 little bumps before the main mountain. Two little bumps before the main mountains. Is it supposed to be these? You might have to illustrate it again, and then the part that you're talking about, do it on red. Like color it red, and then I would know exactly what you're talking about. You know, it would be cool. The world is full of dungeons, as Wifty said. The dungeons are actually created by dragon lung cavities. Oh, that could be really cool. I'm sorry if I missed that, Wifty. That is a very, very dope idea too. All the figures connect at the palm like a bat is my point. No, they connect to the spikes. Zoom out, all is straight. Alright, I'll zoom out. They connect to the spikes at the end. Okay, you're talking about these ones. So like one right here, and then one right here, like that. Correct? Let me know if that is on point. I believe it is what you were referencing. You got it? All right, cool. So yeah, I do like that idea more, actually. That's really nice. We can probably put a big one right here. Actually, maybe just put it right here. I'm gonna have to delete that one. Choose ones that look a little nicer. I could essentially kind of get rid of this and put it right here, maybe. Okay, so I think I've reached 100 messages today. Look at you guys. You are very active, chat. All right, so I think one of the issues is the we need to differentiate these horn bones in a way. So we're gonna color these black, actually. So for the foreground, okay, we're gonna have to get surgical. Actually, maybe that one's not good. It's probably just not a good color scheme. So let's choose the base version of this. We'll just color parts of it. And we'll see if this looks nice. So let's put this here. The best perspective on the mount placements, think of a skeleton of a dragon versus the body. Got you. Okay, yes. Actually, I kind of think making the tips of this darker is actually kind of fun. We're gonna then lower the opacity to half and just kind of color this side in as well. Kind of give it a nicer blend. The flesh would rot away, leaving all the hard bits as ridges. Yes, you can have skeleton, kind of the tips of the bones also be discolored if it's made of a different material. I don't know if it's sense, but I sense where you would mountain, essentially. Let's check it out. This is where I would mountain. Okay, so... Got you. So you're saying mountain up here, connect this like north ridge line. So we got these ones. So you're saying remove this one too. Right here. Let's test out how that would look. Oh wait, we have... Okay, I see what's going on there. So what we do is create a mound range. We're gonna make this way smaller. Essentially create a mound range here. Let's put it a little more north so it's more snowy. And then kind of create them right here. But then remove this one. I do like the idea of it connecting these 3 connections here. So we could do without... We could just have the divide be right here. Or the possibility of 2 borders. Right, because you were saying... I think move it up there. That came out wrongly. Yeah. In that case, I mean, we could put 2 mountain ranges. I do like the idea of... these mountain ranges right here, per se. The only thing is, here, I'm gonna redo, because I kind of want to make these mountains smaller that come up right here. Okay, so what we could do is smaller mountains, but place them alongside here. Right, connect it like that. And then potentially put another border of mountains right here. Do you guys like this as... We'll polish it up, but as the, no pun intended, skeleton structure of what we're gonna do. Let me know while I catch up on what you guys are saying. Sorry if my drawing is messy. It was not. It was a sketch. I was a little older. I followed the bone structure of a dragon when placing the mountains. I'm gonna get some shut-eye, having completed my task. That's good. Congratulations that it was done. Thank you for the help. Sleep well. Do not drink a cup of coffee. You will not be able to go to bed. But also totally drink a cup of coffee. It's fun. But we will see you next time, Wifty. Thank you for the help. Yep. All right. So we will... Overall, this is a very nice idea. We still need an entrance into the area, technically. So we're going to have to open up a border. Or a little passageway. Right around here. And we will have our lands that we will make soon over there. If you name any areas, can you name one of them Wifty's Pass? What if we name it right here? Kind of the entrance into it in honor of you. You know, if you want to get into this area, you have to go through Wifty's Pass. This will work. 1 second, I will have to mute, but I will be back. Alright, I'm back. Wifty's Pass in honor of Wifty. It is a marvel of a location. You're all getting locations named after you guys in honor of your cooperations. Okay, what we're gonna do is color these rocks a bit better. I mean, since we're working on the north side here, we might as well finish this out, right? And kind of put in the detail of trees. So, Parchment World, we're looking for trees. They're somewhere. Here they are. Pine trees is what grows. We got to decide on which asset we like more. This is option 1 for the assets. Here is option 2. Fern's Peak, Kaiju's Summit. Oh, we're getting great names. Okay, now I need sleep addiction. It's bad. Well, it's good that the stream's entertaining. I'm glad. That makes me very, very happy. But do not worry. There will be more streams to come. Get some shut-eye and take care of yourself first and foremost. The Forest of Ferns or Kaiju's Nest. Make them all mountains. Kaiju's Nest sounds really dope. Ferns Forest. Forest of Ferns. You can call it something like the Golden Fern Grove or something, too. There's so many options. I don't want to just place you guys all in the north here. I want to spread you guys out, so you have different stuff. Kaiju's Vale could be cool for like a canyon. Ooh. Alright, you guys think of your favorite way to put your name into a location. We will add it somewhere. I'm going to make an executive decision. In case you guys thought this was a democracy, it is not. We are going with option 1 for the trees. I think it looks nicer. Option 2 will be deleted. Anyone who voted for option 2 sucks to suck. As I accidentally clicked on option 2. They are the northerners, yeah. Forest of Ferns and Ferns Forest are cringy as fuck, not gonna lie. We can set it up to a nice name. You know, there's that book, I don't know if you know about it, where the red fern grows. This is a very famous book. Yeah, there it is. There you go, Fern, just for you. Alright, let's add these forests in. Do we want to add forest in between the mountains? Well, okay. I'm gonna erase all the forests because I do want the passageway to be at 1. That's a little too big. Okay, so for the size. That does look nice. Do you guys like this as a forest? Let me know. I will admit I've never heard about that book. Yeah, it is. It's a famous one when you're young in America. A lot of classes make you read it. Oh, a dungeon named Nothing Returned. Ooh. Nah, no, it could be cool. We need an abyss. We do have one, actually. The Scar right here. This could be, you know, something with empty. I'm about to sneeze. Hold up. Excuse me. I should also probably sleep, but it's nice seeing you all again. I am now part of the disc. I can talk to you more. Awesome. Always awesome to have you here, Kaiju. Take care. Kaiju's Vale will definitely be a place. Do not worry, though. We will make sure that you're here before we decide where that is. Or at least we will place it somewhere and then get your confirmation on it. But have a great night and take care. The Empty Abyss. Oh, that could be good. That is not a bad one. I know we can do like lines, yeah, spacing. Let me reduce the line height. Yeah, that could be kind of nice. And I could tilt it like this and it looks nice. We just have to tilt our heads, and I'm not really a fan of making people do that, so we'll just kind of keep it a little diagonal, like right there. Let's actually reduce the spacing. There we go. All right. Awesome. Yeah. Sam the Tin Man Gaming. Hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well and having a fantastic time. I do love the Iron Giant as your profile picture. Great movie. You can make the skull into one giant underground cave. Maybe pirates live there. But don't even... maybe pirates live there, but even they do not dare to go in that far. That could be really cool. This could be kind of a pirate area. But here's the thing that I was thinking, was that whichever kingdom is going to set up here is also harvesting this horn, right? So it's got to be very powerful and very rich. I was thinking something that could be kind of cool is that the pirates are actually on the tail end. Right over here, because it looks like it could be kind of a nice... You're surrounded by water a lot, right? On 3 sides, you're like a peninsula. The only other place we could put a pirate area is by the legs. We would ideally want somewhere where the water is plentiful and easy to get to. But also, we do plan to make other sides and edges. So that's also an option. All right. So I am a fan of finishing up this north side. We can put our collections of forests, our areas. Let's just start by putting the areas since forests are usually filler. So, goes without saying that in the snow, you usually kind of want a more Viking-esque aiming. But we could place the orcs up here for the most part. I mean, these are orc designs. They don't have to be orcs, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, I think the idea is that we have 3 different clans that live in each segment of the wings. We can decide later if they are allied, or if they are neutral, or they are in absolute war with each other. But I think that will be a very nice factor. Okay, logically, they kind of want to be more on the coastal side, so we'll see. I'm also thinking Fellow's End, not deliberately as a reference to me, rather it's a desolate rock headland named not only after being the end of a headland, but also after generally horrible. If we are still doing that naming thing. We are. The naming thing's not going away. You're all getting names, guys. Maybe the kingdom can have a myth about a miner who dug so far down and fell into an endless abyss. The abyss can be the empty skull. So I'm thinking that there is this giant scar that was cut into the wing. And as far as the empty abyss, like people who try to go down that scar, it's believed to be like a bottomless pit. No one's ever came back. So that could be kind of like a very, very nice thing. That's at least what I was thinking. I did hear the Discord go off, so give me 1 second. Wait, so each wing / part of the dragon is a different biome? That would just be a little too tough to do. To put that many biomes, and it would like essentially take away other areas of exploration if you kind of have multiple. However, that is kind of a neat idea. I'm not going to lie. Theoretically, right? Let's just imagine, for the sake of imagining. If one was snow, one was a desert, and let's say one is actually really beautiful grassland. I realize the opacity is a little bad, or was still set low, but I actually kind of like it at 0.7. Go back to the desert. Does this idea cook, or do we keep it as it was? It's up to you guys. Let me check the Discord, see if I missed anything else. This is some cool art that you guys linked up. Good idea, forgot to share this. That is horrifying. I never want to see this again, ever. Oh my god. I've showed these in context of Homebrew monsters they were made for, but I feel like I might as well post them here now that I have learned we have a channel art. Oh, fuck. I hate centipedes. Centipedes are my biggest, like, fear as far as insects go. It's because when I was, like, in 3rd grade, I opened up my backpack and there was a centipede in there, and it just scared the ever-living hell out of me. and I never want to see them again. And they are aggressive. This demon art right here looks absolutely phenomenal. This is amazing. I'm very impressed. This is also very impressive, but I'm gonna wake up thinking about this. So thanks for the nightmares. Homebrew, we are going to check out Homebrew tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for the nightmare fuel, guys. Do we like the different biomes? I'm a little... it's a little weird with the coloration. It could be a cool story concept, though. Also, just a logistical thing. To support the tremendous bulk of the dragon, it would need to either be really light or have really strong bones, or magic. Magic works too. The thing about magic is it is literally a 2x4 plank of wood that you can just put anywhere to fill your plot holes. Anytime your players are wondering, like, how does this work? Why does it do what it does? It's always one easy answer. And that's magic. You can just throw magic as any reason why something is happening. And it's a beautiful, gorgeous loophole. It allows you to become the perfect lawyer. It is good, though. The issue seems to be that it is too far north, as it would mean snow. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking was now. Glad to know that some devils are respected, the centipede one at least. It is not respected, it is feared. It is only feared. Okay, so we're gonna go back to... oh, this is not the right... There we go. We're gonna go back to the desert, or the snow. Simply because I also want the snow to be a big deal for these northern tribes, and I don't want it to be that there we go. I don't want it to essentially be a smaller portion of the world by just having it up here and over here. Okay, now we got to go to the snow asset. I realized actually what I should do. Color everything with the snow texture. What was this the snow we were using, or was it? No, this definitely was the snow, right? It's a little too... Alright, hold up. We're gonna mess with our color of the snow. Actually, saturation low. There we go. Okay, this is some nice clean snow right here. Man, you know you have grown up in life when you're just like, yeah, that's some nice colored snow. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's everything I wanted it to be. Okay, we're gonna grab this, and then we're gonna grab to the snow asset, and because it erases it a little bit, we're gonna actually set the opacity down, and we are gonna place the snow that way. Although it's not really showing up at all now. I think we just... let me affect the placement on it. Theoretically, yeah, it's going. Nah, I mean, this works. Let's see. Well, the drawing... Wait, did you read that Monster Homebrew thing? That was the nightmare creature that cuts off your legs and hides under your bed. Yes, I remember that, and I still think about that. The monster where the players wake up in the morning and step out of the bed and immediately cuts their shins. Yeah, that's so terrifying and unimaginably cruel for the world to put on your players, but I absolutely love it. So amazing design, nothing. That is fantastic. Okay, so... First of all, we have 400 changes. We're gonna go ahead and save real quick. We're just gonna call it Dragon Map for now. We will think of some name for the world eventually. Yes, it's amazing. Imagine if it was in real life. It would be quite interesting to see how many kids never got out of bed. I would not have... Like, I would have my mattress on the floor. I would refuse to sleep on a bed that is raised up. Like, that bed frame is never going to be bought by me. I mean, you could have a cool twist, whichever company makes bed frames is now just in an eternal war with these creatures. They've ruined their stock and their source of business. Okay, it's time to we need to decide on village location so we can color these huts in too. So I'm thinking we can have multiple areas, right? Let's always have something by the coast. This is some really good area right here. Actually, kind of more by the lake would make sense. Okay, so I'm thinking the strongest of the three is all the way at the north. It has the coast, and it also has access to this lake. So we can place different things around, right? Watchtowers are always kind of cool. Let's put them at that size, so I can delete that and place it over here. We're gonna have a village here, the main castle here, and let's see what else. Which one looks the most like a village? Probably the one called Orc Village, so let's go with that one. Stronghold right here. Orc Village, and we'll say Orc Village. We're gonna have some outposts here. Have one right here and kind of open this up to kind of be like a potential passageway, right? Which is why this fortress is here. Well, it's either that or snakes, as that was what bed frames aimed to prevent. Is that the actual reason that bed frames were made? That is actually... I could believe it. No, this is where our bed frames made. History of bed frames. We're going down the rabbit hole. No, not who invented the bed. Okay, we're not going to be able to find it. I could take your word for it. Honestly, that sounds believable to me. Enough people were bitten by snakes that they're like, screw this, we're making these bed frames. Is to prevent you from getting in problems with things on the ground. Yeah, I mean, that's completely understandable for all of our ancestors to notice all the spiders on the ground, the snakes, the centipedes, the scorpions, and they're like, yo, someone's got to make something here. we can't be sleeping on the ground, guys. This is just, there's got to be a better way. Okay, so we have other assets for orc villages that we can use. These can be smaller ones. And again, the scale of things is meant to be its size or its importance as well. So this will be a bigger village. This will be a slightly smaller one. Is also to prevent and helps posture. Yeah. I might go now. I'll leave the stream open, but I'll be making some stuff on D&D Beyond. I appreciate it. Leaving the stream open will help the algorithm, so thank you so much. I appreciate every source of help from you guys. Good luck on D&D Beyond. Okay, so now that we have these, we can add some forest, at least in this section. I think we've classified where we want this to be. Actually, I want to create the tree size consistent. So 128. We are at 128. Okay. Wrong tree one. 128. Cool. Let's get rid of these trees. Start placing more around here. This will look very nice. That was if I remember correctly. I'm 60% sure. I like I said, I believe it because I think if I lived back then and I was sleeping on the floor and you discovered everything on the floor, you would be like, there's got to be a solution here, guys. I will not spend another night being essentially ganked by these spiders. Alright. Let me bring these back. I want to make it more obvious that you can walk between these two areas. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay. We'll add some more trees over here. We'll grab this outpost and draw it a little higher. Grab the stronghold and make it a little bigger. Okay. Section 2. Big fortress over here. Let's see. We can have this side be the most open to trading with the future pirates that are here. So they're gonna line up on the coast. These guys, we're gonna place them right here by this lake. These guys have... Oh, actually, they do have a lake too. So, both societies could habitat the lake. This is an amazing defensible position right here. They can't attack you from the rear, really. So we're gonna have them actually be located mainly there. And we're gonna say these guys are actually on the coast. We'll have a stronghold here, protecting this village that is by the lake. And then we're gonna have their main capital be right there, so... let's do... Because this is town, village... What does the town look like? Town, village... Okay, I see. Wait, give me the village again. Okay, so the small one, we're actually going to delete that and make it a village. Okay. I could technically inverse to make this look like it's bigger if we really want to add more assets in, but the only thing is we want to color these, and the more assets we put in, the more we have to color. It's overall simpler on Parchment Worlds if you just do like one icon. Um, okay, so we're gonna use this for a stronghold, actually. This as a castle. And so, grab this, delete that, place that. Like we said, we want this northern part to be technically the strongest. It has the most resources, has 2 lakes, the coast, protected. They can only attack through one side. So we're going to place the most amount of fortresses by them. That is the idea. A lot of world building is considering a logistical side of who should be in power. So, these guys are going to be the richest economically. They'll be trading with the pirates. These guys are kind of going to be the least closed off in the world, the most cultural, because everyone will be able to go through Wifty's Pass and into here pretty easily. So we can have like a magic academy up here or something. That'd be kind of cool way of bringing people in. Real quick, Wifty's Pass is going to be protected by you guys, chat. You guys are up on these posts defending it. All right. No one gets into Wifty Pass without your say-so. Let's do that. Okay, so now our capital is going here. Our stronghold can be right here. We'll have our castle with our village. They are all over here. But in the twist, we are going to have human structures be placed over here. Guess we have to decide which one do we like more as a city. There's this option. And it looks like there is this option. This one's like lifted up. I actually don't like that too much. I kind of like this more as a city icon. So there will be a sort of human, I say human in loose terms, right? It's not obviously that, but it is going to be a different kind of civilization settlement for like a winter city over here. And that'll be kind of the main thing. Wait, can you name a village Twitchy's Prime in an enemy village called YouthTube Chat? Are you saying because of the potential war between Twitch viewers and YouTube viewers? I am okay with this. I approve of it. We can decide who wins based on his contribution. It's like the Hogwarts thing, right? 10 points or Gryffindor. I don't like this, but I saw another tower icon that I was a huge fan of. Here it is. So if I open these up. Oh! Wait, no. Did we already do this one for the other map? What did we use for our cities? Oh, my goodness. Look at this perfect one right over here. Just sitting there. Hiding. In plain sight. It's despicable. This is the perfect city icon. And these villages are fantastic. You got like little carnivals. We're just gonna place this here for now. We can place like an initial settlement right over here. Gonna have to grab Wifty's Pass and kind of put it right here, diagonal. Make this, there we go. We actually need to do is put this at 5. Okay. I'm gonna delete this and actually put a human tower. And so you have the orcs defending this side, the humans defending this side. Essentially, it's kind of like a neutral town. And so you have two sides kind of coming around here. Okay. We haven't finished this one up. We completely ignored these guys. Let's start by placing our forest. They're somewhere here. Here they are. Size needs to go to 128. I forgot if I... One cool thing is if you do Q and E, as you guys can see, I can affect the amount of trees that spawn. So I could, like, very easily, theoretically, populate the whole thing with trees, but obviously we're not gonna. Thing is, does 128... No, actually, this looks nice. This looks really good from far away. I'm actually a huge fan. Yeah, so look. Does it look good? Is it just... The issue is it looks somewhat isometric sometimes. But it's fine. Okay. Let's continue placing our trees, sorry. We're gonna have it be open up on this end. All of this will be covered in snow, or trees, and we can have like a secret little village over here that is not on the map, but is there. Keep in mind, guys, not everything on the map needs to, or not everything in the game needs to be depicted on the map. There are things that could absolutely be hidden. Makes it more exciting. It's also a tool for you as a DM to add stuff later in your campaign when you get the idea. Oh my god, that horrified me again. Oh! Alright. We're gonna keep this chat open. This is a discussion you guys are having. I will check this out later. Nightmare fuel once again. Oh wait, the snake forest and make a snake forest in a city called Slitherfall and a night called Serpents. That's a good one. A snake forest does. Do you mean a forest populated by snakes, or a snake forest in the fact that it's shaped like a snake? Actually, I kind of like I always like the curve rattle they have on their tail sometimes, like that. A lot of snake puns. There are not enough, some would say. The crafter, welcome. Nice to see you here. Shaped like a snake. Okay, got you. Yeah, we could definitely add that down here. We could have it be populated by snakes too. That's also 100% an option. We'll worry about it later though. We're gonna try to finish up the north side. Let's see. Let's place more trees on this side. Oh, our size is messed up. Ooh, we got pretty close to 128. Okay. We're looking good. We're gonna make this bigger. Add some more forest around here. There it is. There's that lone tree over there. Okay, now what we can do is start coloring these areas, or these like huts. So we go to our filter, and essentially the best way to say this is we know we want one of them to sort of be colored green. Let's maybe choose this side. I'll lower the size of it. Gonna have to get a little surgical here. We're getting very small. The good news is doing this is actually good practice for Valorant and Counter-Strike. No, good mouse control. Teaches you. It's not as nice as when we did the castles on the other map, right? When we colored this in and colored that in, but it's still nice. Oh wait, the city should be the head of a snake. We now need Sir Viper. We will make our snake themed one, I think, down over here, because then I can play snakes and it not be strange. Let's see. What if one side is actually has a dark color to it? Do we like the black tinted huts? Thinking we kind of maybe just roll with blue on this one. We're gonna be undoing. I'm gonna switch it to a nice little snow blue almost. Yeah, like right there. Yeah, that'll be nice. Oh. Bear with me, chat. Gotta get very surgical. Okay. Let's grab a brown and color the wood. That could be really cool. Make it very dark, but contrast high. And then theoretically, does this look nice? Don't know if it's the brown I'm looking for. Let's reset the colors. What is default? Maybe default's good enough. Default is pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna color all of this, and then I'll color these ball points are gonna be a little gray. Oh, whoops. Also, forest could be filled with cedar trees and snakes of all kinds. Exactly. Also, the crafter, what brought you here? I am curious as well. However, crafter, be aware that nothing has instigated a YouTube versus Twitch war. So you might just be getting information on the enemy. I will leave you without warning to do as you please. Alright, let's see. It's looking a little better. It's gonna take a lot of patience, a lot of time to do these colors, but I think overall it'll look better. Because doing this on every single one at first sounds lunacy, but if it means our map looks good, then our map does indeed look good. We'll color some of these spikes with the darker color. All right. Do we color these brown as well, or? No, actually I kind of like the idea of leaving some white in there. This rooftop does need to go blue though. All right. Somewhat nice, right? Curious if I color this black, will it look, or no? We'll keep it white to show the buildings. That color scheme's nice. Now, what I could do as the easier thing, actually, this is, oh no. God, it doesn't copy the colors that come with it. Never mind, guys. I was gonna say color then just change the rooftops and it'd be easier. But I forgot with Parchment World, which is what we're trying to do. We are actually painting the world itself to do the colors because it fills. So like, if I take this out, right, it's still there, all like that. And I can't copy the painting. So, this will be a work of art. It will take time. But time we do have. Theoretically, I like these tusks actually being white over here. Color this like that. I'm gonna make this roof brown. I have an idea that's cooking in my mind here, and hopefully this hut will look really good. Okay, and we're gonna go for this one and paint these little guys. All right. Is Restream not showing Twitch chat? Is it not? I believe it should be. If anyone is in Twitch chat and can test it for me, please do. And then we can find out. Nope. Thank you, Pika. Yeah, it does show. Just in case, too, we can double check it. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, it'll show. Cool. All right, so overall, I think it is definitely worth it to color them, but it will definitely take a while. Theoretically, would it look nice if we made these blue trees? Maybe not. Yeah, this will actually look really bad. All right, in that case, we will color a lot of these another night. It is 1:50 in the morning for me, so I will be calling it here. Before I do, though, I don't know why these colors changed from these rocks right here. So we're gonna quickly color these guys in, and then opacity at 50. Color the base. Get a nice little blend going. And then just color the base. And then bring it up and then color the tip. All right, there we go. Our wing is pretty much getting there. We just have to color it in, maybe decide to put some towns over here or something. We'll see depending on what we want. But other than that, we will be ending the stream here. Tomorrow, for the first hour of the stream, we will be doing Homebrew review / creation, which if any of you do not know, I will link the Discord here in a second. You can post your Homebrew, and we will review it as a community with me as well. Keep in mind, though, not everything will be checked immediately. Some things may take a while because I only like to dedicate the first hour to it, and then we'll jump back onto the map building. That being said, here's the Discord link. I hope to see you there. Oh, yeah, I know. It's the thing about it is Homebrew review does take a lot of brain power, per se. I'm usually drained after doing it for about an hour. And I don't want to... If I'm going to take the time to review guys' Homebrew, I want to do it fairly and focused and not just kind of be like half tired doing it. So I want to give you guys the appropriate sort of review from my part, to be fair. So, on that note, exactly as Nothing said it, good night. Pun do be intended. I will leave you guys, but what will not leave you is a nice cup of coffee. So, enjoy it until I'm back.